Hi guys, this is going to be my first vlog of 2018 and to be honest, it's not how I wanted to be kicking it off. I thought, I'd put a really fun, happy vlog up, but I cannot lie to you, I have not been in a good place, and it seems like in pretty much all of my most recent videos I've been saying, oh my god, I'm not okay, but it's true, and I feel like I need to say it. I need to talk about it because why not? Why not talk about it? I'm always saying talk about how you feel, and so that's what I'm gonna do. So it's gonna be like a little honesty chat, I guess, and I don't mean to be so doom and gloom, but I just want to talk about my mental health to show that it's okay to talk about it, and no matter like the silly stigma that's attached to it, you shouldn't be ashamed of how you feel. So I have been given a really kind of urgent appointment by my doctor for tomorrow afternoon, which I'll try and film tomorrow. Obviously I can't film in the actual doctor's, but I'll film like throughout the day maybe. And I'm going to see him because, as I've said in one of my last videos, my mood is so like this. I'm either so hyper, I'm so excited about life, I cannot cope, or I am so depressed. I'm so depressed that I feel absolutely nothing. Like, I have no care about anything. I don't have any interest in any of my passions. Like, anything I'm passionate about, I just think I don't give a fuck. And it's horrid. Like, I hate flitting between the two because both moods are exhausting. Like, being fucking hyper all the time wears you out. And being depressed and feeling horrendous is not much fun either. So I'm going to see my doctor tomorrow. But something which I have been really struggling with, and I've struggled with it on and off for years since I was, you know, preteen, so a really long time, and it's something which I feel like we are often ashamed to talk about, embarrassed to talk about, uncomfortable to talk about, feel like we're going to be in trouble if we talk about. And the topic is suicide. And this is where it gets really tricky to talk about because I have suicidal thoughts every day. I don't want that to come across to people that I'm actually gonna do it. I'm not going to, but that doesn't take away from the fact that it's something I think about a lot. And especially with suicide, I think talking is definitely the key to preventing it happening. Well, it can help prevent anyway. And by talking, we are helping to end the stigma around mental health. And this stigma is what doesn't help people who suffer because they feel ashamed and embarrassed to talk about depression, anxiety, schizophrenia, bipolar, anxiety, did I say that one? Suicide, all of these things. And because I've been having suicidal thoughts, I feel like I'm drowning in my recovery as well, because I just feel like I've got too much to keep on top of. I'm trying to keep on top of my depression, which is impacting my eating disorder, which then really makes my anxiety really bad, and it just feels like this vicious circle, and I feel like, oh my god, when is this going to stop? What can I do? So I've got the doctors tomorrow and I'm going to talk to him, and I really am going to bring back up the bipolar thing because last time I had a doctor's appointment where bipolar was brought up, I talked myself out of it. I kind of lied in my answers in a way that I knew would show me as not having bipolar, if that makes sense. I said all the things I thought my doctor wanted to hear to show that I was okay and not suffering with possible bipolar. So I'm going to bring it back up tomorrow and just be brave and just see what he thinks. I think it's going to be important for me to talk to my doctor and voice these feelings that I have about kind of my life and how I'm coping and the thoughts that I keep having, because I think it's important to know that even if you're at the point where you're having suicidal thoughts, you're not beyond help. Talk to someone and they can probably help you see beyond the loneliness and the despair that you feel in these moments. And I know it makes us really uncomfortable to talk about suicide because a lot of us don't understand it. And especially if you've never been through it and you've never had those thoughts, it's really hard for you to understand. But to start with, you must know that it's not a choice. It's kind of a symptom of a mental illness that you're feeling suicidal, and you should talk about it. You know, if you were showing symptoms of having the flu, would you just ignore it, or would you go up to the chemist or your doctor and be like, hey, I think I've got the flu, can you help me? You would want to prevent it and make yourself better. And it's the same with mental health. If you're having the symptoms that you have maybe mental health problems, you're really struggling, then go and see someone and talk and see if they can give you something to help. Because it's important, it's so important, and you are important, and you are worthy of your life, and you are worthy of having fun and happiness, and you are worthy of getting better and not having to deal with any of this shit anymore, because it is shit. It's a really shitty situation to be in. I know it, I know it, I know. When I'm thinking these dark thoughts, there are a few things that I do to try and get through them, or try and ignore them, or just feel a little bit better in myself. And I thought I would just share them with you to see if they might be of any use to you, and yeah, see what you think. So firstly, this is a really new thing that I've started doing, and it was actually a Christmas present that I got this year from my boyfriend's sister, so I'm like so excited about this present. It is a 365-day journal. Me personally, I've always kind of thought about maybe writing a diary, because I know it does help a lot of people, but it's never really appealed to me, so I've never bought one myself. However, this is the first journal that I have ever been bought by someone, and I really like it, and I'm so surprised, and I've been writing in it a lot. I think I started writing in it, on the 26th of December I started writing in it, and I've written in it every day since then. This has really helped me so far. Like, I found the Christmas period this year really, really challenging, because there's a lot of different foods in the house that kind of trigger me in terms of feeling anxious about eating and like my body image and things. I've got family dotted all over the place, and I feel guilty for not seeing some of them, and although I love Christmas, I find the actual day overwhelming and don't actually like it that much. Don't tell anyone. So yeah, this has really helped me, and I would really recommend getting yourself one of these diaries, because it's just like a small little page, so you don't have a lot of room to write, so you just have to get your thoughts out, kind of just to the point, matter of fact, just get it out. And I find that as soon as I've written what I feel like writing, I close the book and don't even read it again, because I feel like, metaphorically I guess, if I close the book, I've closed my mind on those negative thoughts, and I can make them leave me alone for the rest of the day. So just try it. You don't have to obviously buy a journal if you don't want to. Just write it down on a piece of paper, then you could throw the piece of paper away, but just try writing how you feel. It's really helpful, to be fair. Another thing I do when I'm in a really dark place is colouring, and this is something I've done for years, colouring. I love it so much. But another gift I got for Christmas was a new colouring book. It's one of those like mindful colouring ones, and this was from my boyfriend's mum, and I just kind of dip in and out of different pictures, and it's so distracting because you just don't have a chance really to think about anything else other than what colour you're going to use next, or which picture you're going to draw, and before you know it, time has flown by, and I feel like it really refreshes my mind and just calms me down. Plus, I love buying felt tip pens. Like, I literally have so many. I love them. I have a real problem. I think that's probably a bigger issue for me than my mental health, that I love pens that much. I can't stay serious. I find it really hard. Another thing I do to cope is I read. And I don't just read any kind of book. I read like self-help books and kind of mindfulness books and body image books. I read that kind of thing. Because I'm so kind of in deep with all these mental health issues that I suffer with, I find it really interesting to read about them and kind of almost like study my disorders, so I feel like I can tackle them better. But at the moment, the book I'm reading is called Fat is a Feminist Issue, and it's written by a feminist called Susie Orbach, and it's really started to open my eyes about kind of diet culture and body image, and it works on kind of being an anti-diet guide, I guess, and it gives some really shocking statistics about diet culture, and it really kind of also brings you back down to earth on how you just need to love yourself and accept yourself, and that dieting isn't going to solve all your problems. And it's really good. I'll put the link to this on Amazon in like the description, because I bought this on Amazon and it's honestly a godsend. I've been putting like sticky notes in it and highlighting the pages because I feel like it's like my Bible. A really good book if you struggle with body image problems or eating disorder. It's amazing. What else do I do? That's the doctors texting me. You'll have to wait, my darling. What was I saying? Find positive influence from other people. And what I mean by that is, for example, I have real respect and admiration for Demi Lovato. It's someone who I never thought I would be really drawn to, because I know she's come from a Disney background, and I'm not really a Disney fan. I'm not like mega Disney crazy. I do love The Little Mermaid, I'll be honest, but that's about as far as it goes. I don't know how it started, but I became very interested in her because I know she's very open about her mental health and her body image problems and her eating disorder, and it's just really refreshing. If you're interested, she released a documentary kind of about all of that, and it's on YouTube. It's an hour long, and I found it really positive to watch. It's kind of very emotional, it's very raw, and it's very honest, but it's just going back to kind of talking about it to end the stigma. It's just almost like a comfort for me struggling with mental health, and I'm sure it is for other people, just to know that you're not the only one. She words things very well, and she's just very to the point, and she's not ashamed of her story or her life. It's really cool. Doctor's double texting me. People will start to talk. She also has really powerful songs that I find really helpful when I'm low. She's got really happy ones that make you feel like, yes, I can do this, I'm determined, I've got that inner strength, I'm worth it. And she's also got really powerful ones in the sense that when I'm low, I'll listen to them and they help me rationally think through my feelings, and just, I don't know, they really resonate with me and just make me feel on such intense levels, kind of, I don't know, it's really hard to explain, but her music is really powerful. She's got a particular song for people who struggle with eating disorders. She's got a song called Warrior, which really helped me and I found a lot of strength in, so give that a listen. Yeah, so I listen to music when I'm down, I guess would be another one. And I just generally try and work my way through it, because I think that's all you can do at points. I don't know if any of this made sense. I hope it did. I've tried recording so many times today and it's just been like rubbish. So yeah, I struggle with my mental health. I get suicidal thoughts. I'm just putting it out there because I don't think it's something I should hide. I don't think it's something I should have to hide. I don't think it's something I should be ashamed about. I don't see it wholly as a negative thing either. My mental health being so bad also highlights to me the inner strength that I must have to get through each day, and I know it's something that I'll look back on when I'm I was going to say an adult, but apparently I am an adult now. I'm 21. It's something I'll look back on when I'm a bigger adult, maybe more grown-up adult, and look back on and think, I did that. I got through something really hard, and I'm still getting through it, and I'm smashing it. And you know, I just because you struggle with mental health doesn't mean that's a negative. You can draw positives from it in terms of having better understanding of people, better understanding of yourself. I'm rambling. Also, I buy myself socks when I'm upset. I just buy cool socks. Shall I show you what I've got on today? And they've really helped me so far with my mood. They're making me feel happy every time I look. Let me show you. Yes, that's right. What is that, a narwhal? Is that what they're called? Are they real animals or not? Because I know they're in The Little Mermaid, but I don't know if they're real or not. It's a genuine question. Are they real? Can anyone tell me? Is that what they're even called? Or am I just so dumb? I don't know. Blimey. Anyway, I think that's all I wanted to talk about. Don't be ashamed of your mental health. Don't feel like you have to hide it. You can talk about it if you want to. There is help. You are not beyond help. You know, there are so many resources, so many people you can talk to, and just keep smashing it. Every day is a victory. Every day is a victory. Every day you have achieved. And it shows how strong you are. Yeah. And just remember that you are worth all the happiness in the world. I say it all the time and in all of my videos, but that's because I mean it, and you need to know it. You need to know that you're worth it and you can do it. But Happy New Year! And I'll see you in my next video, which will probably be tomorrow if I do record, which I will try to. But yes, see you soon.